Hello there, welcome to my channel. As you can see, I'm quite a small channel. Yep. If you could just like this video and subscribe, it would be huge help. So, let's get to the video. The RX 9070 XT. So, I finally and officially had the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT for 10 months now. Can you believe that? 10 months. Specifically, the Sapphire Nitro Plus edition. Which honestly feels insane because I still remember buying this thing on July 17th, 2025, like it was yesterday. And getting this thing was not easy. Every launch was like starting at $599. And then you'd open the actual listing and suddenly the GPU costs the same as a used Honda Civic. But somehow, some way, I managed to get the RX 97 XT. And honestly, this thing has been an absolute unit. This card just destroys games. Like, I'll load into something horribly optimized, and it would not be a problem. I'm talking grass physics calculated by NASA. And of course, Minecraft, if you know what I mean. And temperatures, don't even get me started on temperatures. Way cooler than I expected. This thing is pulling over 300 watts, which is like a 4080 Super, which is still insane. I was prepared for my room to become an air fryer. But nope, most of the time it was just chilling. Around reasonable temps, I'm talking 60, 65, while my CPU is having a complete emotional breakdown in the corner. Now, obviously, we gotta talk about ray tracing, am I right? Because the second you mention AMD online, some dude come out of nowhere and be like, NVIDIA has better ray tracing? And yeah, technically true, but the RX 97 XT is way better at ray tracing than older AMD cards. It's insane. I turned on ray tracing in Cyberpunk and I expected a PowerPoint presentation at 12 FPS. But I actually got playable performance, like real frames, actual movement. I did not expect this. Like, we used to pray for times like this. And honestly, for the price, even when I bought this thing for a whopping $800, this thing makes way more sense for a lot of people than the 5070 Ti. Because Nvidia cards cost so much money now that buying one feels like applying for a mortgage. No joke. These things are so expensive. Now, let's talk drivers. AMD drivers have this reputation online where people describe them like haunted objects. But genuinely, for me, it's been pretty stable. Yeah, I've had a couple weird moments, but who doesn't? And honestly, AMD Adrenalin is really a really good software. You can undervolt, overclock, monitor temps, record gameplay all in one app. And speaking of undervolting, this card loves it. I spent like 20 minutes tweaking settings, lowering temps, reduced power draw, and I somehow gained FPS. I don't know how, don't ask me. Now physically though, this card is massive, and I'm not understanding, it's massive. Installing these modern GPUs feels ridiculous now. I didn't install a graphics card. I inserted a continental plate into my motherboard. Like, what? At this point, GPU sag brackets are a necessity accessory. But overall, after 10 months of using this beautiful card, I genuinely love the RX 97 XT. It crushes 1440p, it dabbles in 4K surprisingly well, runs cooler than I expected, didn't completely annihilate my wallet, and most importantly, it allows me to spend 3 hours benchmarking games instead of actually playing the game. And that is the true PC gaming experience. This is your host, Connie, and I'll see you soon.